I can't tell you how many times I've talked to someone who was anti-gun and felt no one should have a gun, only to later have them admit that they don't want a gun because they don't trust themselves with it. Projection is something that doesn't get talked about much in the gun debate, but I have a sneaking suspicion that it drives a lot of the hatred and angst about guns on the anti-gun side of the debate. Essentially, they feel, I don't trust myself with a gun, therefore you shouldn't have one either. Take this case, for instance.
Deer Park police still guard the house where officers discovered 4 bodies yesterday morning, later identified as a mother and her 3 children.
39-year-old Ashley Auzenne, 11-year-old Parrish Auzenne, 9-year-old Eleanor Auzenne, and 7-year-old Lincoln Auzenne.
Police initially declined to say if they suspected a murder-suicide, but stated they weren't pursuing suspects and that there was no danger to the community. All of the bodies suffered gunshot wounds. The children's paternal grandfather gave me a statement over the phone stating, quote, "First and foremost, we are all completely devastated by what happened. Our main concern is addressing the needs of our family. It was a tragedy. There are no villains, only victims."
Can't even fathom it. Can't even fathom it. And the rumors that you hear, it makes it even harder to fathom.
Court records show that Ashley Auzenne was in the midst of a divorce, and she shared a number of personal issues about herself and her children on social media. One friend I spoke with in another state said she can't imagine her harming her own children.
Well, can you imagine what was in the kids' brains? What were they thinking? You know, it's the kids, you know.
Neighbor Veronica Schneider's son went to the same school as the oldest Auzenne child, and grief counselors will be on 2 campuses for the rest of the week.
You know, small town like this, it's going to affect everybody.
The grandfather, Mervyn Auzenne Sr., says the family is still processing what happened here in Deer Park. Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
Now, what this report didn't tell you was that Ashley was an adamant gun control activist. Her friend Mary reportedly said Ashley was vocal about her disdain of guns and gun violence. Mary said that the pair would joke that Ashley was more Yankee than Texan with her democratic views and strict gun control beliefs. This is complete and utter projection. But that's exactly what a lot of what these anti-gun movements are: virtue signaling and projection. People who don't trust themselves with guns and thus feel no one else can be trusted with their guns either. It's a sick and dangerous form of entitlement, and this woman was right with it. Also, notice how the story is being covered, or not covered. If this were a prominent pro-gun activist, CNN would be playing this story for 3 days straight. Instead, all you get is crickets. And you want to know why? Because the one thing this story proves about the gun debate is that guns are not the issue. People are. If you don't trust yourself with a gun, please, by all means, I'm begging you, don't own a gun. But what you're not going to do is tell me I can't have a gun because of your personal issues. Remember, gun control is about control. Not control of the gun, but control of people. And it's being pushed by hypocritical people who don't even believe their own bullshit. This woman is trash. All of the news reports I've read about this story literally try to make her a victim, talking about how she went through a divorce and she has anxiety and depression. Boo-hoo, bia. People get divorces every day. Tons of people have anxiety and depression, but they don't go around murdering their own children. And this of a woman had the audacity to try to tell people that they can't own firearms when she's the one shooting her own children? Where is Moms Demand Action? Where are the March for Our Lives people? I don't hear not one word from them about this. When a lunatic goes on a shooting rampage at a school, us pro-gunners condemn the hell out of the shooter. But this trash-ass woman goes and kills her own children because she's an entitled who didn't like the way her divorce went down, even though she's the one to file for the divorce in the first place. When it comes to the national gun debate, anti-gunners are a bunch of disingenuous, hypocritical liars who merely want control. This is pure evil, and y'all over there real quiet. So as far as I'm concerned, y'all are a bunch of frauds who simply want to impose your will on other people and don't give a damn about saving lives. Right now, there's a culture war against the Second Amendment, which is why I need your help spreading our message to counter their message. You can do this by leaving a comment, sharing this video, and click the bell and subscribe button. Let my voice be your voice, and let them know you want to keep America tactical. Because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion. It was a directive.
Also, if you're wondering where to get your I will not comply, I lost all of my guns in a boating accident, the AR-15 is protected by the Second Amendment, and your state-specific Keep America tactical shirts, click the links in the description section of this video.